So, hello and welcome to this Calm Gathering with yours truly, Sandy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And this month inside the Calm Clan, we've been talking about self-sabotage. We had a pretty big webinar last week about it. Cover a lot of things in there that I'm not going to repeat today. But one of the big things that we did cover last time was toxic shame. And toxic shame has been something I became aware of a couple of years ago. I saw how it was playing out in my life. I then started seeing it playing out in almost every client that I was working with's lives. And I really had to include it in a conversation about self-sabotage because I believe it's one of the core undiscussed causes of self-sabotage type behavior. And so for a while now, I've been wanting to create some kind of meditation that can support the healing of toxic shame. Now, I'm hesitant to say that this would heal toxic shame because I do think we need to do the work. I think it's we need to do, really figure out where it's stemming from, where it's coming from, clearing it all out. Usually, it starts pre-verbal, and so we usually need some extra help. Really getting freed from the bind of toxic shame. Saying that, I do think there's stuff that we can do to support ourselves along the way. And so I've created a little meditation that really targets the identity and belief system associated with toxic shame. You may remember last time I shared a quote from Brené Brown, who said that shame is the intensely painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love, belonging, and connection. And so this meditation is going to help tackle that. Like I said last time, I go further and say it's really unworthiness of whatever we might want. It's not just the from a relational perspective, but it's whatever we might want. Now, I did say last time as well that shame is not something to feel shame for having, or shame is not something to be ashamed of. That's just a toxic shame again. And healthy shame is actually very helpful. It guides our behavior. It's very good for self-appraisal, and it usually leads to personal development, personal growth, and us becoming more loving, kinder, etc., over time. But toxic shame, on the other hand, buys into a few key core identities and beliefs. The first is that I'm fundamentally flawed, and so we need to resolve that. The other one is a belief of I'm unworthy or even worthless. I have no right to be here. That's a big one. We often need to reclaim our right to literally be here and be born. And this can be like a rebirth when you really, reclaim the right to be here. Imagine if we're living without that. We're living on the back foot the entire time. So the meditation today is going to work towards that, healing that belief that I don't have a right to be here. It also feeds the belief that I'm unworthy of having my needs met. And ultimately, shame disconnects us from ourselves and others. It creates a false identity. We reject ourselves, the self that we believe may have been rejected or abandoned or whatever. We reject that. We create an alter ego often, where we present a mosquito, an alter ego where we project out into the world a more loving version of ourselves. But that's inherently a disconnection from ourselves. And how can anyone else really connect with ourselves if we've disconnected from ourselves? They're going to connect with, if they do connect, they're going to connect with the alter ego. They're going to connect with the projection. And even if they do like that, at some level, we won't necessarily experience the depth of connection because at some level we know it's not really me that they're connecting with. The evidence of that is usually the thought, if you really knew me. So that me that we're talking about in that moment is the bit that we've rejected as well, okay, and neglected, and not being able to love. And so overall, healthy shame, in the words of John Bradshaw, gives us permission to be human. The messiness of being human, the movement of humanness, the emotions of humanness, all of that stuff. Really letting ourselves love ourselves, warts and all. And so today's meditation is going to have 6 core thoughts, with one extra little bonus one as we bring the meditation to a close. So welcome to this meditation for cutting the ties of toxic shame and recognizing your innate goodness and worthiness. Begin by sitting or laying comfortably before closing your eyes and just being here. Be where your body is. Be where life is happening. Right here, always here. For the next few minutes, you're going to enjoy a well-deserved time out from trying to be better, good enough, worthy, or whatever. You're just going to be quiet. Rest into your completely deserving and lovable self, and allow yourself to just be as you are. You have permission to do absolutely nothing. Just rest for a while, noticing that now is happening as you relax further and remain completely enough. Breathe as you would normally. Let any tension in your forehead, around your eyes, simply melt away, while remaining gently alert with your attention wide and open. Don't even try to meditate right. Just notice it is naturally happening by resting and remembering what it's like to just be. You know this state of effortless being. Just being, here, now, gently aware, wide and open. You can rest here now in the innate beauty of your inner being. Toxic shame undermines our rightful existence, our right to be here, and supports the false beliefs, I don't matter, I'm bad, I'm unworthy, etc. And so for this meditation, we will occasionally think certain thoughts for healing shame and knowing our innate goodness. To enhance the embodiment of these healing thoughts, let yourself feel them as already true while thinking them. With consistent practice, they can feel more and more true for you. Okay, going further still into the healing stillness within, and with your focus in your navel, think and feel, I exist. Let the feeling of your right to exist and to be here linger. As you repeat the thought as often as you wish to, until we move on. I exist. Gently aware with your attention wide and open. Now, with your focus in your solar plexus, think and feel I matter. Let the feeling of being innately important and significant to linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish to until we move on. I matter. Gently aware with your attention wide and open. Now, with your focus in your heart, think and feel I belong. Let the feeling of belonging linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish to until we move on. I belong. Gently aware with your attention wide and open. Now, returning your focus to your navel, think and feel I am good. Let the feeling of your innate goodness linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish to until we move on. I am good. This thought can bump up against some of our belief system. So if you prefer, you can also use I am innately good. Gently aware, wide and open. Now, with your focus in your solar plexus, think and feel I am worthy. Let the feeling of your innate worthiness linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish to until we move on. I am worthy. Similar to before, if you're feeling this thought in any way jarring, feel free to soften it with I am innately worthy. Gently aware, with with your attention wide and open. Now, with your focus in your heart, think and feel, I am enough. Let the feeling of being enough linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish until we move on. I am enough. As before, and only if you wish to, feel free to soften this statement by using I am innately enough. Gently aware, with your attention wide and open. And finally, with your focus in the entire body, think and feel, I am connected on all levels. Let the feeling of being connected on all levels linger as you repeat the thought as often as you wish to until we move on. I am connected on all levels. And so it is. You are innately good. You are innately worthy. You are enough. Right now, always. You are fully deserving of love, belonging, and connection. Breathe that in. Know that deeply within all of yourself on all levels. And so to end, and with your focus within your entire body, think, I am connected 3 times, allowing yourself to feel it as already true as you do. I am connected. Before being here and now, fully awake and aware, and slowly opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me for this meditation. Bye for now.